Oh, hello and good morning. How are you doing? Oh, well. So I took a little bit of time this morning to set up to have some of my Twitch videos uh, shift over to onto YouTube. Yep. Now, that being said, it is definitely worth noting they're raw and they're totally raw and basically unedited, and it's uh yeah, I don't really do scripting, so have I don't think I've gone into anything weird at this point. I'm hoping I haven't. It's all good. We'll see. But yesterday's really long stream. Yeah, that's gonna be up in a few days, and just as long, just as long. So the algorithm over there is going to hate it. And good morning, viewer. Yes, I was just saying I moved some stuff over to and set up some of my YouTube stuff. The last time I was doing some live streaming things, I had better luck. Or I was slowly getting some followers over there. Now then, let's bring up some more of this game. I'm not entirely sure what I'm working on yet. We'll see. But I do have a cup of coffee here. Hmm.
That's a lot of demons.
So looking at this. Ah, okay. Okay, look, both the Western Approach and the Exalted Plains have some books. I have a number of things to do with these guys. But I also have to find the Wardens. Let's see, how's she doing? Ooh, we got a cutscene.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montier's fortunes.
I remember you said your family had been forbidden from trading in Olay.
It devastated our finances. The Montier's have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I had no idea your family's situation was so precarious.
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It's just... It is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Most people worry about the next meal, never mind an estate.
I'm not blind. But I worry for my family. My foolish sister Yvette with her daydreams. My brothers trying to rebuild our fleet with their own hands. Is it wrong to hope they never know hardship?
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solve their problems. For a while, I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Valroyo, I've just learned my carriers were murdered, and the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Wever, a nobleman in Valroyo, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this combat with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Right, I know what I want to do, and I know, but at the same time, I also want to address that. Ooh, alright. We've got multiple layers here, so... And of course the war table that has its timers. Let's see, we've got, of course, the Hinterlands. Let's see. The search for the Hack Rider. Nightingale. Cameron is dead, fully armored, locked in an inner room in his home, a knife in his back. He knew someone was coming for him. Ironically, the scene was exactly the same as one in the first Hard in Hardtown novel. Someone sent a professional after the magistrate. They had to. Cooper. And between the mediation, dear cousin, I did not expect you to come to our rescue, as we haven't seen each other since we were babes, but you have, and I am grateful. I am not a woman who speaks the way the diplomats do. If you hadn't stepped in, this useless bickering would have become worse. The Inquisition has saved the family's pride and more. I've sent good laborers to help your cause. If you return to Oswick, come dine with us. My table is always open to you. Most sincerely, Lady Osher Luthern Trevelyan Bayard of Ostwick. Ooh. Hardin Hightown, unsavory parallels. Gavlin was waiting outside the captain's office when Donan Bernokovic slunk out defeated. We're not getting a warrant, are we? Gavlin looked almost relieved. No, Donan said. No, Donan met his partner's eyes. The kid was barely 20, looked like he'd walked straight to the Kirkwall barracks from somebody's potato farm, taller and broader than the other guards. Gavlin slouched, as if he didn't know how to fit into his own limbs, as if he thought he might be smaller. Hunched over in his brand-new, too large armor, he looked like a child playing at being a guard. He was too green for a murder investigation. Maybe it's for the best, Gavlin said, almost speaking Dunan's thoughts out loud. You're on your way out of the guard, and he trailed off. Then sighed. Questioning nobles in the middle of the night wasn't covered in training. Dunnan glared at the kid. I'm a city guard, and so are you, recruit. Nobody gets away with murder while we're on duty. Javelin stood a little straighter. What do we do then? The captain went. The captain wants proof. Dawn smiled. We're bringing her proof. Liliana has written a note in the margin. The dead magistrate. Attempt to implicate Varric? Why? And in what? As an assassin killed the magistrate, a word to the crows might tell us who it was. They watch rifles carefully, and I'm doing the stealth route with Liliana. It's going to be about 40 minutes. Celebrate the dragon slaying. Word has spread about the dragon the Inquisition killed. A note passed on by Josephine. Tell me you sent soldiers to collect the grisly remains. We have nobles clamoring to see the head up close. I should have anticipated this. Gawking is for peasants, but it becomes civilized when done with a glass of wine in one hand and a fan in the other. And another from Ferelden, signed Heron. My associate Wade is known throughout Thedas for his talent at capturing the glory of the Draconic in the armor he makes. The scarcity of dragon scale means that Wade is all too rarely afforded the chance to work his chosen medium. But here's a solution. Wade shares his expertise with the Inquisition in exchange for the dragon remains collected so far. Wade and Heron are troublesome, but Wade's talents are undeniable. Send them whatever dragon remains we aren't using ourselves. Verse, let us set up the trophies we've collected and put out the word. We are celebrating our dragon slayer. Fascinating nobles will do whatever, or will do anything for an invitation. Ooh. That'll give me influence, this'll give me armor. I will note that Wade and Heron were featured in Dragon Age Origin, making armor, and I'm glad 10 years after the Blight, they are still out there doing it. We'll go for that. Price for a power. It is time. The Inquisitor commands a small kingdom. It is time to exercise the weight of her influence. There remain uninvolved and uncommitted lords and ladies, bands and arls, where they could not be engaged with plight or passion. They can be compelled through mercenary means. But there must be a display. Make it known that the Inquisition has weight, and the boons and the dispensation power will be open to you. Thereafter, she will not curry influence. She can simply buy it. Or she need not curry influence, she can simply buy it. The esteemed Ferris, their representative, and a fet of your own to display the ally and powerful. About an hour 15, hour 16, but
At your
it works.
service.
Now then. And it's definitely time to pick this up. Luck has revealed that Corypheus can influence the minds of Grey Wardens. If the Darkspawn bring them under his sway, he'll command a legion of highly skilled warriors. The Inquisition must hunt down Hawk's Grey Warden ally hidden in Crestwood to learn about the other Warden's plans. No one has traveled to or from Crestwood since the breach, and Liliana will send her fastest agents to discover what disaster has rendered it silent. Hawk's warden friend is somewhere here. Disappeared before we could talk to him. He's good. Be careful on the road. Lots of undead. People here need our help. Explain more once you're here. Harding. I'm going to venture forth. I think I'm gonna bring Cole along, actually. Black Wardens and Solus. Yes. And some stuff on Blackwall. We'll see how it goes. Ooh. It should be interesting at the very least.
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
I bet if you're worried.
If you're on edge, I should alert the entire Inquisition. Or increase my hazard pay. That's an option. Are things that bad? Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area. But after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawk's Grey Warden friend is hiding. More walking corpses. At least they won't be a surprise. I nearly stepped on one in the grass the other night, before it started moaning. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
Ooh. Alright, let's do this real fast. Cole, what do we got for him? That is what Cole is wearing. He doesn't need that. Alright. Oh. Okay, he's wearing his hat. But how does that compare? Which is also his hat. A little bit more. Plus 3 willpower. Plus... Oof. Huh. Alright. He does have some decent weapons presently with him. I will be able to increase that later. Generates moderately less threat than normal when attacking. Yes. That makes perfect sense for Cole. Yeah, I will give him that. As well as the Shadow Strike ring. And... also that to get increased stagger. Cole, who basically is an assassin, Hidden Blade, and Throat Cutter. A wounded enemy is the perfect target. Your attacks. are even deadlier against targets that are close to death already. Blackwall's good. Solace, though. You cast ray magic around weakened enemies and use them to increase the damage of your own attacks.
Wait for you. What is it? This may be worthwhile.
Alright. Now... Alright, there's definitely a few things to work on here, and it should be fine.
There must be a way to get to the rift in the lake.
It sounds different. The water changes the song.
Does that rift mean water is pouring into the Fade right now?
I don't actually travel. I don't think I usually travel with coal, but bringing coal here, I think, should make things more interesting.
Grey Wardens, thank you for your aid, Inquisitor.
What are you doing in Crestwood?
A ward named Stroud is wanted for questioning. We heard he'd passed through here, but the villagers knew nothing. They have troubles now.
What have you been told about this road warden?
Warden Commander Clarell ordered his capture. I can say no more than that. We hope Sir Stroud comes with us peacefully. I trained under him for a time. He's a good man, I'm sure of that.
Will you stay to fight the undead here?
My orders forbid it. Crestwood was only a detour. Is that all the aid we can offer these people? If the Inquisition can help, I beg you to do what you can. The villagers have already lost too many.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Sir, are you sure we can't help the village?
Our orders are clear. If we can't find Warden Stroud, we return to the commander with all haste.
Still don't feel right.
I know, but if I judge our orders rightly, our decisions will wait.
None of those wardens mentioned a new leader. I don't think they're part of Cruvius' plot to seize the order.
I didn't want to say much in case they were, but I think you're right.
I hope Hawk's warden friend has answers for us.
Yeah. Okay, I'm leaving the coins there. Oof. Alright, that looks like it's a little bit flooded down there. It's fine. Not necessarily the direction I want to go. It's mainly that they had those critters there. But the village of Crestwood, which is clearly having some problems.
I'm going to see if they're looking for recruits.
Why join now?
You want to join the Grey Wardens now?
Oh, Baker. You're the Inquisitor. But yes, the Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons, your worship. With all that's happening, I'd like to help people the same way.
The Grey Warden or no, the world needs more people with your courage.
Wardens will do anything to stop the blight. There is much to admire in that commitment, but much to be wary of as well.
Listen to him. Joining the Wardens isn't the best idea right now.
Yes, your worship. I'm sure there's something else I can do to help.
And I have acquired an agent as she's joining me instead. And now I haven't said anything negative about the Wardens.
I swear I'll avoid the Wardens, Inquisitor. Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, I have not said anything negative about the Wardens. Instead, I simply get a warning about how far they are willing to go when it is deemed necessary. Ooh.
Undead by the gates.
Ready when you are. How many did we lose? No one this time. Did you see? The corpses are coming from where old Crestwood used to be. The amount of people we lost back during the light. Surprised. A moment, your worship.
What's going on here?
Ever since that grey light appeared, undead keep rising from the lake. The mayor can tell you more. I hope unjust they send you, your worship. We've been trapped here for weeks.
Why doesn't Judith live in the village while this is going on? Mater, if something happens...
Are you looking for someone named Judith?
Oh, was I speaking out loud? Judith lives outside the village. I asked her to hide here when the undead came, but she wouldn't hear it.
Why wouldn't she hide where it's safer?
Likes a space, she says. I told Judith my house was big enough. Me and the boy could sleep in the barn if she wanted room. She turned me down.
Good day to you.
And to you.
Yeah, I don't think that's actually the issue. Yep, and I'm gonna head over and check the mayor. Oh, look at this fine painting here on the side, though. Mayor's house. Ooh, look, he looks like he has nice stuff there.
The Inquisitor. Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At your service, despite everything. Are you here to stop the undead?
We should. We could. Everyone here is so scared.
The undead are appearing because of a rift in the Fade. How can I get to it?
The light in the lake. It's coming from the caves below Old Crestwood. Darkspawn flooded it 10 years ago during the Blight. Wiped out the village, killing the refugees we took in.
I saw a dam. If we use it to drain the lake, I can get to that Fade rift.
Drain the lake? There must be some other way.
Your people are frightened and they're tired. Let us help.
You'd have to evict the bandits in the old fort to use the dam. Can't ask you to risk your life.
Crestwood can't last much longer. I don't want to leave without doing what I can.
I suppose it must come to this. This key unlocks the gate to the dam controls past the fort. The rift must be in the caves under Old Crestwood. But, Inquisitor, I would not linger there.
Crestwood's history.
Tell me about your village.
It's seen happier days. We farm what we can, trade with the merchants who travel the King's Road. We only want peace, your worship. It's all we've ever wanted.
What can you tell me about the bandits camped in the fort?
The highwaymen, thugs and thieves. They make a living raiding caravans on the King's Road. When the dead rose from the lake, the bandits killed the old gamekeeper of the fort and took it for themselves. We could have saved people if we'd been able to hide there instead of in our homes.
I'm surprised a town as small as Crestwood outlasted the Blight.
It was a close thing. The Darkspawn followed a band of refugees running from the Blight. Some of the refugees were very ill, but we took them in. They perished when the Darkspawn flooded Old Crestwood.
How did Darkspawn manage that?
They found the dam's controls, wrecked them. All I remember is the refugees and villagers screaming as they drowned. And now, they return to us.
Until later.
Of course.
The Undervelds. Alright, so that's the information from the mayor and what we needed to get to deal with Old Crestwood. Definitely a few things along the way, but... and a request to find somebody to try to help also make sure that they are safe. Memory of the drowned.
I am sorry about your friend. Losing someone is difficult.
Thank you. The death itself was less painful than what came before. Seeing a good spirit twisted, its nature defiled. Those mages knew nothing of my friend. Worse, they did not care.
I don't know what to say.
Nor will you, until you've seen ignorance snatch away all that you love. Pray such a day never finds you.
Alright, he's... Huh.
Inquisitor. I am Sister Vaughan. Does the mayor finally plan to drain the lake? I must find someone to retrieve the remains of those lost there. Have I interrupted a funeral service? We lost many friends in the first attack. There will be endless time to mourn. The fear is how many more will be added to the pyre. You want to exhume the corpses at the bottom of the lake? They were the Maker's children. Their earthly bodies deserve better than abandonment in a mire. A funeral service will help put living minds at ease. What did you mean by finally drain the lake? The undead returned only after the light in the lake appeared. If we want to stop them, we must investigate. But the mayor sent no one at all. I fear he thinks that emptying the waters would unleash even more monsters on us. Until later. Farewell.
Alright. So, definitely a number of things to work on.
May I be with you, Inquisitor. Thank you for all your help.
Okay, they're there, they're trying to defend their homes, and there's possibly more over this way. Let's see what we can do. Because I'm seeing this to a degree also, and like, yeah. It's... They have the fronts defended, but at the same time, I can totally picture something trying to come through the walls, so... And it feels like the only reason they don't do that is because game physics prevents them from doing it. Hidden cave. Hello, folks.
More ruffians. As if we don't get enough from the four. Bastards with swords loading it over us poor folk. More ruffians. As if we don't get enough from the four. Bastards with swords loading it over us poor folk. 5 more dead last night. We'll not be able to hold out much longer.
Do you think Nadia made out?
I don't know. The road's not much safer by day.
Alright, I'm paying attention to all this. Definitely good side stuff, and a good indication of where things are sitting. Down. They're definitely having a difficult time. Just look out there, you can see the glow out there in the lake. So, yeah, that is where things are definitely sitting. The old fort that's over here. I have to get through that first.
There's the keep the mayor talked about, and the bandits.
Archers on the ramparts. Good defences. They'll be hard to pry out.
Let's go for the frontal assault. There is a way to sneak in as well. Sad splinters. I don't know what to do with those, but they're a thing. You know, and I have to say, there is definitely some appeal to using a, definitely an appeal to, utilizing lightning during a storm. Ah, there's more up there to fight. Okay. That's definitely next step. Whoa! Alright. Got the ladders going up. The ladder over there. Definitely materials to gather along the way. But we're not there yet. We're making our way through. Let's see, everyone's doing actually fairly good. Oh, making good pace. Ooh.
It'd be a shame to let this place go empty. The Inquisition could make good use of it.
I am agreeing with you, Blackwall. Definitely going to take this fortress. We just fought through it. And I would rather not leave it to bandits. Ooh. Yeah, they've got a loading screen in between, of course. Mainly because, well, they've got to change the settings, and what the keep looks like. Which is fine.
Good. They won't hurt the villagers anymore.
We should drain the lake. The mayor said the dam controls were through the fort.
Armor penetration. Hmm. Crit chance. Plus 6% there would be good. Um, hmm. I think providing him some guard also with this dagger would also be useful. Now, before I make a second one, there's a thing I want to check. Ah, yes, a rune. For demon slaying. I'm actually perfectly cool with that. Hmm. Crit chance. Yeah, dragon scale is not easy to come by. Phoenix scales is much easier. And then the grip. Flanking damage. Yeah. And increased crit damage. Oh. One other thing I should probably check since I am here. don't have a rune to add to it. So for his primary hand, and then for his secondary hand.
Welcome, Inquisitor. My name is Charter. They're Leanna's eyes and ears, especially in this place. I'll have some information for you once my man Butcher finds us. He's running late.
When's the spy named Butcher supposed to arrive?
Half hour ago, by the south gate. I hope he's only delayed. Butcher's last message swore he had secrets for us worth 10 times his weight in gold.
Did Sister Nightingale tell you what you wanted agents here?
We are on the main road between Denham and Barroyo. Couriers stop here all the time. For what they're paid, some have surprised me with its tons.
What's happening in Crestwood?
Roads are nearly deserted. Too many undead keep rising from the lake.
I should be going.
Farewell.
Alright, there's a missing person to double check on. We've got a merchant there.
The Herald of Andraste. Welcome to my humble shop. Let me know if there's anything you need, my lady.
I thought all the merchants in the area left when the undead came.
You've come to vanquish them, have you not? I'm only too happy to offer you my best dreams to speed your noble efforts onwards.
Some of your wares are a little expensive for a farming village.
Many lords and ladies pass through here on their way to proper cities. You'd be surprised what they sometimes forget. Wig powder, mirrors, and plate armor. Sadly, less refined goods take up the bulk of my trade.
Good day to you.
Farewell.
Open. No. Yeah, I do definitely have a few of these. I keep forgetting about. I know I'm not going to be using these, however, as my own personal preference is making my own. Hey, you've got runes.
Here, the mayor said the down controls were through this gate.
Ooh. See, I see this room, and it reminds me of something. But it's probably nothing.
That building on the dam must be where we can open the floodgates.
Old Crestwood, down that road. The Rusted Horn. Wonderful name for a place, right?
What in...
Ah, wonderful.
The Inquisitor? We didn't know you were here, sir. Please don't tell anyone.
How did you get past the guards?
There weren't any when we got here.
We just heard you killed the bandits, your worship. We didn't know you were moving in, we promise. You won't tell people we were here, will you?
My lips are sealed.
Oh, thank you. Lonnie's mum and dad would have had my head. We'll have to wait hours to go back. Your father will still be up.
I knew this was a mistake.
We tried the caves.
You hate spiders.
You find somewhere next time.
The First Flight, Chapter 1. Looks to be a letter as well, and I think I'm getting 11. That was the menu. So if I'm leveling up... Oof. You draw back the energy released by your enemies in your attack against them. Any successful attack strengthens your barriers. The more damage you do, the more powerful your barrier grows. Oh, I apparently need, what? This first. The chaos of combat frightens some. Your mana regenerates faster when you're near hostile enemies. That. Alright.
The mayor said Darkspawn destroyed these controls 10 years ago. Who repaired them?
The mayor. His shame had this shape.
I do appreciate that Cole did not say anything up until now. But with the information that he had, you know, I can see why he wouldn't, though. With the information available, he may have thought it was about it being broken. A few different possibilities there. Now to make our way down into Old Crestwood. Whoa! Look at that dragon. I can see why the dragon would be disturbed. We just open the dam. Probably disrupted where it's been living for who knows how long. I find you being there interesting, though. Why are you there? Like, some of the plants make perfect sense. There's a couple it's like, how did you get there? The spillway is around water. That one's not a mystery. Really, more the other one. Ooh.
We need another artifact. Good. That should help strengthen the veil.
Yeah. So, old Crestwood. Or at least on the way to old Crestwood.
We should look around. I am sorry your friend died, Solus.
Thank you, Cole.
I didn't know there were spirits of wisdom.
There are few. Spirits form as a reflection of this world and its passions. We will never lack the spirits of rage, or hunger, or desire. The world will give them plenty to mirror. The gentler spirits are far more rare. We can ill afford the loss of even one spirit to wisdom, or faith, or compassion.
I will try not to die.
Do that, please.
Right there, that's stress. That is saying exactly what Cole is. A spirit of compassion. Even as he feels their pain. Ooh, a corpse heart. So the first appearance of coal is also in Dragon Age Origin. I believe he also made a... I think he might have made an appearance also in a Dragon Age 2 DLC. I know that Cryphius is from one of those DLCs.
So this is old Crestwood.
They were scared when the water came.
These spirits must have come through the rift.
They drift, wandering. It's unfortunate the rift did not warp them into demons.
One's looking. I'm Cole. Don't be afraid.
I believe I sense one of the artifacts might be.
Right, I also like that Cole takes time to introduce themselves and asking them not to be afraid. Alright. This is... This is good.
Walls are working. It should be harder for tears to form here.
Hello. Yeah, they're wary, they're unsure. It's a strange world for them. And it does not obey the rules that they are accustomed to. Ah, this one clearly wants to talk. Hello?
You there! I order you to tell me why nothing here heeds my commands.
A lost spirit. This should...
Silence. Let the other one
Maybe you can give it some guidance, Cole.
Maybe. My name is...
compassion. Did I ask your name?
basically a spirit of command. Let's see, I've already marked that one. The mayor's old house.
There's a plaque. This was the mayor's old home.
The mayor dreams about this place. Shock and shame and hurt. I don't know why.
We could ask him.
Scrap of paper. The ink on the stamped piece of paper is faded but legible. The work you ordered is done. Do what you want. I'll be in the hills trying to forget it.
A letter from Crestwood's mayor. Damp but legible.
That is not... yeah. A number of possibilities there. And more bodies. They need the help. So, and one of those things of being Inquisitor, an Inquisition, it was about restoring the peace and finding who killed, or not only, along with who killed the
Where does this
murderer.
lead?
Oh, so much. The Inquisition is bringing stability. Sometimes it's going through, and so bringing stability means helping.
Come on, let's find that fade rift.
It's humming below us. A window, wanting, wandering, looking back at what's looking.
Cole believes we are headed in the correct direction.
The old tunnels that got flooded, and as it goes along, it eventually makes its way beneath the lake. And then Stormheart, definitely one of those things I want to get more of. A bed. Corpses rising up. Yeah. Hmm. I do like the look of the cave, though. The stalactites and the stalagmites. Stormheart. Now, the Stormheart is actually fairly good for making better stabs. Oh, what do we have here? Alright, that looks like it got... This was blocked off from the look of it. And this says everything.
Bodies. Were people living down here when old Crestwood flooded?
Yes. Walls of water washing over, lungs tight bursting, and then suddenly soft, sleepy, sliding away.
The echoes of what took place.
There's dwarven ruins down here.
The dwarves built well. Their runes still sing.
Yeah. Okay, the thing I'm looking for is right here. The burden of command. Cool. Alright, let's see what we get. Some loot. Some old books. Things about paragons. Because the dwarves have paragons. And that is a door that we cannot open. So many possibilities, though. Right, that's possibly the way back out, but let's deal with this first.
Demons ahead. They don't understand it here. They want to destroy everything.
More coming!
Oh, a fourth round! It's not just 3 rounds, it's the fourth round even.
That should stop any more cultists from strolling about.
Let's tell the man.
They were hurting. We helped. Their lives are better because of us.
Yeah, this is definitely a few different things, though. And those mosaics are definitely a thing I need to locate and find.
Another of the elven artifacts. That should help ward off demons.
Are you positive you know where we're going?
I feel a draft. There must be a way out nearby.
Now these guys that are over here running around, I am not hurting them.
Canucks seem to like it down here.
It's quiet. They like the quiet. But they don't remember the dwarves. Even dwarves don't really remember the dwarves.
If I were to kill the nugs, Cole would disapprove. Because really, it's an act. If they've been down there for a while, it's just a random act of cruelty to kill them, right? But if they're down there and thriving and there's not an issue, why bother or why harm them? And then making our way in. And it's probably more nugs. Nugs. It's a nuggalicious world. Nugs. Oh. And look at that. Sunlight. Ooh, another arcane sigil. Good, good, good. So, yeah, clearing stuff out a bit. So, let's talk to the sister.
Light and go.
Your worship. I've already found the remains of the people who died in Old Crestwood.
I said untrusted. I didn't imagine you'd look yourself. Thank you for your thoughtfulness. It is all too rare these days. I will prepare the bodies for cremation.
Then we're going to head down and to talk to the mayor. As there is still rain, but just not the same.
What do you mean the mayor's gone?
He rode out an hour ago. We spotted him from Byers Field. Didn't even stop the wave.
Maybe he's getting help.
No, I think he's fleeing from his guilt. Inquisitor! It was not Darkspawn that opened the dam and flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago. I did, in secret, the night they attacked. The undead you have been fighting are people I killed with my own hand. We'd taken in refugees from the Blight. Many were ill. We moved the sick to the lower part of Crestwood, and the refugees into the caves to stop the disease from spreading. It didn't work. One confessed he'd seen blight sickness before. It was always fatal. When the Darkspawn attacked, I knew the only way the village would survive is if the blight sect ground with the monsters. I cannot bear the sight. Old Crestwood, now that the water is gone, I cannot stay. I'm sorry. Mayor Gregory Diedrich.
A letter of confession from the mayor. It says he was the one who flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago, to stop the blight from spreading.
That storied bastard. He left before he could get caught.
At least he confessed. That's something, at least. It does not bring back the dead. It does not undo it, and it does not undo his damage. So it is definitely an indication that people do foolish and stupid things when they are afraid. Oh, so much fear.
You got rid of that glow in the lake. Will the dead leave us be?
Hopefully. From everything you've told me, you must get out of Crestwood as soon as you can. I know it's dangerous, but I fear you'll have no chance at all if you don't attempt the trip. My father said that taking Dead Man's Pass will guide you safely past those filthy highwaymen. If you come at dusk, you should be able to avoid the wolves, too. Hurry, my love. Cyan. Or...
I hope you thrashed those highwaymen there and back again. They took all we had last winter.
Now then, I do have to go down and chat with the spirit next. I have done as it commanded. And removed the spirit of rage that chased it across the lake. So with everything flooded, this was more of an island. Oof. Oh. Ferelden banners, okay. There are still banners I need to find, of course. Ooh, little anvil. Oh, I need to find more of these, don't I? It's an owl! Hmm. Who would have guessed? I know, it's awful to make owl jokes. I think there's times I enjoy puns and wordplay way too much.
Yes.
I killed the rage demon for you.
The rage demon in the caves is dead, as you commanded.
I had no doubts. Now that my sovereignty has been respected, I can depart this unchanging nightmare. Your reward. Use it well.
A spirit such as that could not leave here until it had proven its nature.
Amulet of Power. Examine. Who's that one for? Oh, that one's for Cole. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, let's give him a little bit of that. Hmm. Ooh. I was never here. You've learned to use the distraction of an enemy's death to slip silently into the shadows. Killing a target removes any cooldown on stealth. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah. Alright, that takes care of the spirit as well. I still have quite a few things to look at, though. out back over there. There's another gate or so of some sort in there. Or another door. Huh. Alright, there's definitely a few things to mark and check along the way. But another landmark. Looks like there's a thing that way to deal with, though. And more along there. Red lyrium. Not a good sign.
Red Templars ahead.
The faint things around them, all red. Be careful.
Alright, the cluster's probably further up that I can destroy. Oh, I don't like it. Yeah. Ooh. They've crumbled. They have turned into monstrosities from what having been transformed. Ooh. That is nightmare fuel. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, that verifies. So, there might be something there, but I don't know how to access it, which is fine. Now then... Alright, I'll grab that. And that. Letter of some sort. Which look to be orders. Hmm. Hmm. I am not sure at this point, but...
We should search the area.
Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. So, I feel like they stopped there on purpose. Because it was there, and set up their camp outside, possibly with the hope of luring it out with its young. Not a good possibility. Hmm. But it's been taken care of. Yeah, this is just not good at all. The old waiter's farm. Alright, that's the possible way out, which is what's going on there, no idea. This would be the agent I was looking for.
Everything burned, red and rotten. Doesn't know them anymore, only pain.
The villagers are brave to stay and defend their homes.
Oh. Yeah.
Hawk's Grave Warden ally should be inside that cave.
Yep. What I came here for.
Glad you made it. I just got here myself. My contact with the wardens should be at the back of the cave.
A group of wardens were protecting a villager from corpses out near Crestwood.
They were likely hunting my friend. I'm glad they didn't come looking for people to help in here. They might well be good men, but they've been given bad orders.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes even good men can be given bad orders.
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
My name is Todd, and I'm at your service, Inquisitor.
Most of you wardens disappear. Then I run into a darkspawn magister named Corypheus. Do you think the one might have something to do with the other?
I fear it is so. When my friend Hawk slew Corypheus, Weishaupt was happy to put the matter to rest. But an archdemon can survive wounds that seem fatal, and I feared Corypheus might possess the same power. My investigation uncovered clues, but no proof. Then, not long after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
Maker, why didn't you tell me?
It was a Grey Warden matter. I was bound by an oath of secrecy.
Is the calling some sort of Grey Warden ritual?
The calling tells a warden that the Blight will soon claim him. Starts with dreams. Then come whispers in his head. The warden says his farewells and goes to the deep roads to meet his death in combat.
And every Grey Warden in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes. Likely because of Corypheus. If the wardens fall, who will stand against the next Blight? It is our greatest fear.
So Corypheus isn't controlling them. He's bluffing them with his calling. And they're falling for it.
You said all the wardens are hearing the calling. Does that include you? And also you, Blackwall?
Sadly, yes. It lurks like a wolf in the shadows around a campfire. The creature that makes this music has never known the love of the Maker, but at times, I almost understand it. We must uncover what Corypheus has done and end it. This cannot stand.
I do not fear the calling. And worrying about it only gives it power. Anything Corypheus does will only strengthen my resolve.
Is the calling they're hearing real, or is Corypheus mimicking it somehow?
I know not. Even as a senior warden, I'd heard only the vaguest whispers of Corypheus. The wardens believe that this calling is real, and they will act accordingly. That is all we know for certain.
How can Corypheus make all these wardens hear the calling?
I cannot say. We know little about him, save that he is dangerous. He's a Magister, as well as a Darkspawn, and speaks with the voice of the Blight. That lets him affect the minds of wardens, since we are tied to the Blight ourselves. It must be how he created this false calling.
So the wardens think they're dying and have stopped thinking clearly. That won't go well.
We are the only ones who can slay archdemons. Without us, the next Blight will consume the world. Warden Commander Clarel spoke of a blood magic ritual to prevent future blights before we all perished. When I protested the plan as madness, my own comrades turned on me. Grey Wardens are gathering here, in the western approach. It is an ancient Tevinter ritual tower. Meet me there, and we will find answers.
Let's go.
So, here we are.
We should get to the ritual tower in the western approach as soon as possible, Your Worship.
What's it like, being a warden? I can't even imagine.
Been a long time since I was anything else. It becomes your life, searching out Darkspawn and killing them, ensuring no one ever knows how close they are.
Corypheus was in a warden prison, right? So you must know something about him.
I knew little, and that much only because of my relative seniority. Most wardens had never heard of him. When I suggested Corypheus might have something to do with the calling, the warden mages turned on me. I trained some of those wardens myself. If I knew any more of Corypheus, I would share it, Your Worship.
Clarel's the warden commander, right? What's she like?
She was a good warden. Once. Among those King Kalen reached out to before the Blight. She always resented missing the chance to help. When the calling came, Clarel stopped listening to the rest of us. Only magic could solve this problem, she said.
Do you think Corypheus is using the calling to control her?
It's hard to say. I've heard the whispers of the calling myself, but it's only noise, no words, certainly no commands. Either way, the guilt is hers. She's Warden Commander. She should bow to no one's word but Weishaupt's.
We'll talk later.
Alright, I am going to save here. And call the stream for the moment. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and please strive to be the best you that you can be. If you've liked what you've seen so far, please become a follower here on Twitch. And if this does make its way to YouTube, follow me there. So, have a wonderful day.